guys, Michael Reacts back at a brand new video, and today for this video we have the Horrifying False Hero MX Mario 85 by Dunkachi. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name right, Dunkachi. Now this was recommended to me by Braden Stewart. Now if you don't know, we obviously reacted to the horror battle royal a little ways back now, and ever since ever since they did the teaser at the end for part two of it, and they teased all the people that we fighting in, I saw like a creepy pasta Mario or whatever it was, or now I know it's called MX. So yeah, I know I've been wanting to find out some lore about him. So, and Brayden recommended me this video. I know Brayden also recommended me another video, but that one's like an hour and a half long, so that we'll definitely be getting onto that. To that eventually. I think he said it was another Undertale video, so that'll be definitely be very interesting. So that'll be one I'll have to sit for a while, so I'll break it up. But yeah, anyhow. But I really want to get into this because I really want to learn about this thing. What I thought was like a creepypasta Mario, but instead he's called. I saw it right here. He's called a horror brew character. That's okay. That's crazy. So this is the version of Mario. But hey, I'm ready to get into it. See what's got. Dunkachi. I didn't see anything on your channel that said don't react to videos, so please don't copyright me or nothing like that. But yeah, I appreciate the recommendation, and let's go ahead and get into this, bro. I'm ready to see this, bro. Cause I want to learn about this dude, bro. Cause the way the way they were showing him at the end, bro, they were treating him like he gonna be a threat. So I need to learn about him.
A hulking beast who lures in its victims by pretending to be the thing they love, preying on the innocence and naive nature of those who interact with this said beast, subjecting them to a brutal game where they are forced to play with him for as long as he pleases. This is the false hero, MX. I had briefly talked about MX before, and while I'm getting some Sonic EXE vibes, this guy is unique in the sense of his catchphrases and story, when I thought we'd take a brief break away from the bloody-eyed blue blur, though I have something in the works for all the EXE fans. For now, let's take a look at who this false hero truly
Bro, the fact that I'm assuming there's probably a mod for Friday Night Funkin'. Look at the girlfriend's face like, ooh, what's wrong with him?
EXE fans. For now, let's take a look at who this false hero truly is. MX is a horror brew now owned by Razdazzle 2, and makes his appearance as the main antagonist in Mario 85. Mario 85 is meant to be a love letter to the original Super Mario Bros. You can tell this is the case given the style of the game, and things related to it are shaped after or inspired by the original Mario Bros. Game. Though this story definitely takes a different direction than what it does in the original. The story takes place in a world where Mario is fictional, so it won't take place within the Mario universe itself, just within the game, if that makes sense. MX is an entity who resides within a copy of Super Mario Bros. And has disguised himself to be the lovable plumber we all know. Though the disguise is slightly off, looking nearly identical to the plumber, but you could tell something is off. One victim in particular fell for this disguise, but we'll discuss him in a moment. MX is an ancient being. It's said he has existed since the beginning of time. Though where or how he was born is unknown, though it's clear that since the beginning, he's a demented and ruthless being, going out of his way to claim as many souls as he can. This game...
Alright, so I'm waiting to hear some differences. So far, he sounded a lot like X from Sonic EXE, a being that took over a video game in order to lure innocent people in. So far, he sounded a lot like X, but let's see. Apparently, he's gonna be different though.
Ruthless being, going out of his way to claim as many souls as he can. This game being a gift from his Uncle Mark. It was a birthday gift, and I gotta say, this is likely one of the worst birthday presents ever, because it turned out to be haunted. Though he was able to fully beat the game, he noticed that after completing it, it started to act strange. MX had made himself known, saying things to Lucas like, go to sleep, and that the light won't hurt. And once the two made contact, Lucas was soon found dead after an epileptic seizure. At this point, MX had claimed his soul. Lucas was now in the body of Luigi. But this wouldn't just end after 3 lives were lost. Instead, MX altered the game, giving Lucas infinite lives. This, of course, made it to where MX could hunt Lucas down and subject him to his twisted games for all of eternity. This sets up for a pretty interesting concept, and seeing the gameplay of Mario 85, I would not want to personally be involved in this. Now, it is said that there are ways to fight back against MX, though to do so is pretty much impossible since MX knows exactly how to bait you. You can touch the top of the flagpole, and I believe that stops him temporarily, or at least makes it to where you can progress to the next level, and for whatever reason, he has to abide by that. But unfortunately for you, this was already attempted, and MX just took the flagpole and snapped it. So yeah, there went that idea. Another method is grabbing the axe at the end of the level. Good luck trying to reach there though, and it's honestly only effective for a short amount of time. Though, there is one true method. My personal method for beating MX is offering him a McDonald's Sprite, and that would kill him instantly.
That would take anybody out. The McDonald's Sprites ain't no joke, bro. I almost got taken out a couple times with the McDonald's Sprites. Them joints will take you out, bro. Them things are intense.
Offering him a McDonald's Sprite, and that would kill him instantly.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm just kidding, because this was actually retconned, though it really was the case at one point. It's worth mentioning that MX has 3 forms: False Hero, Pipe Crawler, and of course his MX form. False Hero is meant to trick the player, mimicking Mario's mannerisms and speeches to a T. Pipe Crawler is unnerving and is meant to allow him to climb through pipes, or perhaps it's just used to unnerve and trick his victims further. Either way, it already stands at 9 feet tall. The final and most daunting form is MX. Standing at a whopping 12 feet tall, he can choose to grow taller infinitely if he so pleases. He has the ability to destroy everything in his path and run at incredible speeds. Speaking of running at incredible speeds, if he says run, you better book it, because things are truly about to get terrifying. If you thought this guy was scary standing here, he's much scarier running after you, destroying everything in his path, reaching out his hand to grab you. Yeah, this is by far one of the most terrifying things that could happen. He can also use Mario's power-ups, but it's pretty much pointless since he's strong enough as is. It's no secret that MX is super well known across the horror brew community, and though his story is still being worked on, at least his current one, I believe, he's been involved with a few different games. I know a lot of you guys are familiar with Mario's Madness, having 2 songs dedicated to him. I've already talked about those in the past, but I still think they're incredible to this day. It's worth mentioning he also makes an appearance in Pillar Chase 2, a game I actually covered recently when talking about PCX. MX in this game looks super intimidating and really well done. His mechanic in this game grants people the ability to jump, and if he forces you to jump and you miss the...
Of course, spring traps here. At this point, just looking at all those baldies there.
His mechanic in this game grants people the ability to jump, and if he forces you to jump and you miss the window, chances are you're pretty much dead. He's actually pretty scary in this game, and being hunted down by him is something I never want. I've died a lot to MX, more times than I'm happy to admit. Speaking of being hunted down, there's another FNF mod I feel like I should mention just because of the sheer quality of it. SMB Funk Mix Game Over. In this version, Boyfriend is once again going against the hulking mass that is MX. It starts off in his false hero form, but builds up with the music, switching to his pipe crawler before fully transforming to his MX form. Once this happens, poor BF has to start running. I like the animation, and the song in this mod is actually really good because the way it keeps tension, and I particularly like the beginning because it kind of builds up to that. I've already played the Lord X version, and I really like that one as well, but this is what I believe this was the original before that one. So it's really cool to see that it inspired some Sonic EXE stuff, and also the original staying really good, from the color palettes to the background. I really can't emphasize how good this is, and you guys should definitely check it out. The game that really blew up MX's popularity is Mario 85 PC port. But the one I'm going to be talking about is by Taco Games. It seems really promising, albeit it's it's pretty difficult. I really like the aesthetic, and I think it nails the story of MX pretty well. There isn't much here, but there will be more around MX in the future. It comes with
Dang,
that
cloud
classic
monsters, too.
filter and some voice lines that are super intimidating. I'll leave a link for all these things down in the description below. The False Hero story will continue to spread and be updated as time goes on, and it's something I thought I would talk about while working on the 20k special. Me saying that, of course, will date this video as it may already be released. Regardless, MX has established himself in the horror brew community, featuring a range of amazing projects. Thank you guys for watching, and remember,
Ooh, that's creepy. Ooh, that's very creepy, bro. Yeah, MX seems terrifying, bro. But he does kind of seem like he's basically just kind of like it's Sonic.exe version of Mario. That's kind of what he feels like, bro. But that's still crazy. But like I said, but like they say, his story's still being worked on, so there's still gonna be a lot more to him coming out. So they still got the chance to do a lot more to make him really stand out compared to Sonic.exe. But bro. Okay, so yeah, so, MX is probably gonna be a dang threat in the horror battle royale. I'm even more hyped for that now, bro. But yeah, Dunkachi, that was an awesome video. I appreciate the video, appreciate the recommendation, and the video was awesome. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and end this right here. But yeah, I'm definitely hyped. I am ready for them to continue on with MX's story, so that way I can watch more on it and we can get the full lore on MX, bro. But yeah, I'm ready to see him in Horror Battle Royale. Anyhow, it's going to be the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what y'all see me react to next time. And until next time, y'all, see ya!